Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to another episode of Mondays Are for the Nerds. I'm your co-host, Jay Wright.
I'm your other co-host, Tristan Stump.
Thank you for joining us this week as we recap pop culture news from last week. We are recording early.
Yes.
So if anything happens, as usual.
Yeah, if anything happens...
we'll pick it up next week.
We'll pick it up next week. I do have one thing before we start.
Before we start Wikipedia?
Yeah.
I do have one tiny thing.
You go ahead and start.
I finished Everybody Loves Raymond today.
Okay. Nice.
That's it.
So now you're on to your next show on the list, right?
30 Rock.
30 Rock? Alrighty.
I think it's 30 Rock is up next. But yes, just in time for the 30th anniversary happening Monday.
Coolio. I played the first 2 episodes of Dispatch.
Nice.
Very liking it. I have not laughed this hard at a game in a while.
Yes, dude.
Dude is so funny. Dude, you'd love it so much.
Is it on PC?
It's on PC, yeah.
Like just on PC?
PC, PS5.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. $30, 8 episodes. I waited until all 8 episodes were out to buy
So you
it.
can have them.
So I can have them all. So I've only played the first 2 episodes because I did get into playing some of the games that came out this week.
Yes.
So I do actually,
Yes.
I can actually talk about releases this week. But one more thing before we do start our Wikipedia thing, because neither of us have really too much small talk. On November the 15th, in the hours between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. local time, I, Tristan Stump, and my co-host Jay Wright, Trent Stein, and Hayden Collins recorded our 64th episode, Mondays Are for the Bros 2. During an early section of the podcast in which I read the description of the game Vorin, Raven's Story, my co-host and I made jokes in which we all did impressions of ravens. In a lapse of judgment, a failure to recall my extensive comic book knowledge, I falsely quoted the DC superheroine Raven's catchphrase and spell Azarath Mentheon Zinthos as Azaran Mentheon Zinthos. I hereby apologize for such a failure and henceforth make a vow to fact check my jokes, impressions, and remarks as I would the information we share on this podcast.
Dude.
Obviously, all in due fun. I'm not fact-checking jokes. If I'm funny and wrong, I can be funny and wrong.
Exactly.
I was editing...
That caught me so off guard.
I was editing the episode, and I was like, why did I say Azaran? It's not Azaran. And so...
It's always good whenever we just blindside each other with PSAs.
Mom, I was sitting there writing it before we started writing the thing. My mom and I were writing, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, Jay made an official apology the other day for forgetting Glenn Powell's birthday, so I am also making an apology for forgetting how to say the spell from the DC comic, right?"
Oh, I'm lightheaded. I'm not gonna. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I both want to mess up to where I get to make another one and surprise you, but also not at the same time.
It's like at one point it's like, is the bit funny or is it only funny the two?
Exactly. The two done, we genuinely surprised each other.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was good. Such a good start. Such a good start.
Isn't it?
Such a good start.
Do you want to do your Wikipedia or my Wikipedia?
We can do my Wikipedia.
Alrighty.
After multiple, this is probably like the 50th one after hitting next.
Okay.
We're going to talk about William Widrington, 4th Baron of Widrington. Let me slip in a character.
Alrighty.
William Widrington, 4th Baron Widrington, was an English peer who was stripped of his titles by the crown for being involved in the Jacobite Rising of 1715. He was born in 1678 in England and died the 19th of April 1743, aged 64 to 65, in England. Widrington was the son of William Widrington, 3rd Baron Widrington, by the Honourable Althea Fairfax, daughter of Charles Fairfax, 5th Viscount Fairfax of Imlay, and succeeded to his father's title and estates in 1695. His family was staunchly Roman Catholic, and he was educated at a Jesuit college in Paris. He became a supporter of the Stuart claim to the crowns of England, Scotland, and Ireland. Under political activity, Widrington took part in the Jacobite Rising of 1715 and with 2 of his brothers was taken prisoner after the Battle of Preston. Along with Henry Oxburgh, he counseled the commander of the English Rising, Thomas Forster, to seek what terms he could from the army commander Charles Willis. He was convicted of high treason and condemned to death, but was reprieved after an intervention by his wife, Catherine Graham. Although his title and estates were forfeited, he was not executed, but was allowed to retire to Bath. Under family, he married Jane Tempest in 1700 and resided at the property she bought, Stella Hall, Bladen-on-Tyne, near Newcastle. Jane died in 1714, and in 1718 he married Catherine Graham, the daughter of Richard Graham, 1st Viscount of Preston. In 1739, Catherine and her sister Mary inherited the estate in Nunnington Hall, Yorkshire, from their nephew Charles, 3rd and last Viscount Preston, who died without issue. After Widrington's death on 19th of April, 1743, he was interred in his wife's family vault at Nunnington Parish Church. A memorial tablet was erected commemorating his life and virtues. It refers to his part in the Jacobite Rising by speaking obliquely of the affair at Preston, when his son Henry Francis Widrington, who claimed the barony, died in September 1774. This branch of the family appears to have become extinct. His brother Peregrine and sister-in-law Maria, Duchess of Norfolk, were both staunch Jacobites as well. That is all I have.
Okay.
I saw the name William Widrington, 4th Baron Widrington. I'm like, I'm going to say this. It's one of those names where you have to bring it up.
So, Jay, my Wikipedia is less reading Wikipedia articles and more Wikipedia games, sort of, because it doesn't quite. So, I can connect Toru Hashimoto, current mayor of the city of Osaka, to childhood book. The name of this book is a secret.
Toru, can you spell that for me?
Toru Hashimoto. He's the current mayor, or he's a former governor and mayor of the city of Osaka, not the current. I believe he was the mayor until 2015. So my opening thing there was wrong. But I can connect this to, you remember the name of this book is a secret, or you at least heard of that name.
I've heard of it, yeah. This name is a secret. Is this where we try to get there as fast as we can?
No, we're not playing a game. I'm just showing you this. I can connect it to this. This is just wild. Okay. So he was the mayor of Osaka. Osaka is a city in Japan. Do you know what was founded in Osaka, Japan?
Nintendo.
Nintendo made a playing card of the Hanafuda variety. Of course, the Hanafuda card can be dated back to Nintendo. Nintendo made the Nintendo Switch, which had Lego DC Supervillains. In the cast of Lego DC Supervillains is Jason Marsden as the Atom and Owl Man. Jason Marsden, of course, was in Hocus Pocus, starring Bette Midler, who was in The Big Fix, which was written by playwright Roger L. Simon. And Roger L. Simon's son, Raphael Simon, used the pseudonymous Bosch to write. The name of this book is a secret.
Hold on, what was his name? Pseudonymous?
Pseudonymous Bosch.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a pseudonym.
I read it wrong the first time because phonetics class failed me. Pseudonymous Bosch.
Pseudonymous Bosch.
Pseudonymous Bosch.
Dude, that got me thinking.
The name of this book is a secret.
Can we connect Toru Hashimoto to Arthur Wesker?
Probably not.
Arnold Wesker? Are you sure? DC Supervillains.
Yeah, but he doesn't have. I don't know.
Ventriloquist in there?
Let me see. It wouldn't be listed in the
disambiguation.
Yeah.
Yep. Shoot.
So anyway, I was thinking about that book the other day. The name of this book is a secret because it is a very strangely written book where at some point the author tries to go like, oh, no, never mind. I don't like this plot anymore. I'm writing a different plot. And then it ends up going back to the other plot anyway.
This is very much Lemony Snickety.
It has a very Lemony Snicket-like feel to it.
Yeah.
In fact, he wrote other books, the Secret series, which is that one. And then he wrote Bad Books and the Unbelievable Oliver series. Anyway.
Dude, did you see the series on it?
The name of this book is a secret, the series that it's from?
No, it's like it's got sequels.
Yeah. I never read the other sequels. In fact, I do no longer have my copy of the name of this book is a secret. But while you were like getting your Wikipedia article, I was going like, well, I mean, who does the author? Because what's his actual name? Oh, his actual name is this. His father has a Wikipedia article. His father was a playwright or like a screenwriter, and I went through this whole thing where I was like, Jason Martin, and then as I was doing it, I was like, how can I make this a weird like article
Wikipedia game?
And so I managed to get myself to former mayor of Osaka, but
dude.
But yeah, the Secrets book series is interesting because it is. I
need to read these.
Every book is based on one of the five senses. So the first book is smell, the second book is hearing, the third book is taste, sight, and touch.
If you're reading this, is too late. This book is not good for you. This isn't what it looks like, and you have to stop this. I love this.
It is a very interesting book series. I only read the first book when I was 7, I think. I got it at a book fair or something. Yeah. And it was too confusing for me. And so I was like, never mind.
Too advanced.
And then I lost my copy of it and never read it again. And, but dude. Yeah, it is a very interesting,
This is going to get me on a
bit.
kick to like Sisters Grimm did. Where like I'm going to want to read them all as soon as I start it.
Read them all and write me a see if it's even adaptable.
Exactly.
Because there are things about it where I'm like,
You're like, I wonder.
yeah.
How can this happen?
But yeah, that is my little Wikipedia thing.
That is awesome.
But yeah, so the Secret series, it's a middle school. It follows three middle school children: Cass, Max Ernest, and Yo Yoji. Yo Yoji's not even in the first book, so I didn't even know who that was a character until I thought about this book series the other day and was reading about it.
Yeah.
Their adventures are as members of the Tertius Society, a group that seeks to prevent a mysterious secret from being discovered by the villainous organization of alchemists, the Midnight Sun. They think the secret will give them eternal youth, and it all goes into like this old magician's secret with his brother, and them being raised in a circus and different things. And the first book, they find out that he has the symphony of smells is one of his like magic tricks, and it's that he and his brother communicated by releasing different smells, and each smell meant a different letter, so they would spell things to each other to talk. And
this is awesome.
anyway, it is a very
As of 2021, a film adaptation is in development.
really.
Did you see that? It's
No,
on
I
the
did not.
The Secret Series Wikipedia page. Oh, it's inspired by a series of Unfortunate Events.
Okay.
That's why I said that. Okay.
For Publishers Weekly. But yeah,
That is awesome. I want to read that
published
now.
by Little Brown Books. Early lists featured Emily Dickinson's poetry and Bartlett's familiar quotations. In 2006, Little Brown and Company. Oh, so it's Little Brown and Company, not Little Brown Company.
Oh yeah, the comma in there.
Is a division of the Hachette Book Group. Hachette Book Group.
Going down the rabbit hole now.
HBG was formed when Hachette purchased the Time Warner Book Group from Time Warner in March of 2006. I didn't even know Time Warner had a book publishing thing.
No.
Makes sense. In 2013, Hachette announced it would acquire Hyperion Books from Disney Publishing Worldwide. In 2014, Hyperion was renamed Hachette Books. I remember Hyperion Books. I didn't know that wasn't a thing anymore. No, it's still a thing. Hachette took over a 1,000 book backlist when Hyperion was purchased from Disney in 2013. Okay, so it's still a thing, but it's under a different name now.
I found another. You go down a little bit to its marketing.
Okay.
You know where I'm at right now?
Marketing for the Hachette Book Group?
Yes.
Publishing groups. I'm not seeing marketing.
Was it not marketing? Oh, publishing groups, yeah.
Publishing
and
groups.
imprints.
Grand Central Publishing.
Romance novel.
Oh, romance novels. Okay, no, we don't have time for
Nora?
that.
You don't want Nora to come out?
No.
You don't want Nora to come out? I saw that and I'm like, should I get my releases for this week?
Yes.
In movies on Friday, November 20th, I don't have a lot of releases at all. On Friday, November 21st in theaters, we got Rental Family. Struggling to find purpose, an American actor lands an unusual gig with a Japanese agency to play stand-in roles for strangers. As he immerses himself in his clients' worlds, he begins to form genuine bonds that blur the lines between performance and reality. Confronting the moral complexities of his work, he soon rediscovers purpose, belonging, and the quiet beauty of human connection. That's the new Brendan Fraser movie. Wicked for Good came out in theaters for the third episode in a row. Now for those of you who don't know about Wicked, this is Act 2. Now demonized as the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba lives in exile in the Ozian forest while Glinda resides at the palace in Emerald City, reveling in the perks of fame and popularity. As an angry mob rises against the Wicked Witch, she'll need to reunite with Glinda to transform herself and all of Oz for good. We will both be seeing that this weekend.
Yes.
So you'll get our reaction next week. Sisu Road to Revenge got a limited release. Corpy dismantles the house where his family was murdered and loads it on a truck to rebuild it somewhere safe. He soon finds himself in a violent cross-country chase as Red Army commander who killed his family comes back to finish the job. I did watch the first one for the first time this week. It is awesome. It is like World War II John Wick. Only one old guy.
Oh, cool.
It's so cool. I'm so excited to see that. On streaming, The Family Plan 2 released on Apple TV. Dan has planned the perfect vacation for his family to celebrate overseas until a mysterious figure from his past shows up with unfinished business. And Good Boy came to Shudder. On the TV side of things, on Sunday, November 16th, Landman Season 2 premiered on Paramount+. Ken Burns' new docuseries, The American Revolution, premiered on PBS. On Monday, November 17th, Gabby's Dollhouse Season 12 dropped on Netflix. On Wednesday, November 19th, The Mighty Nine had its series premiere on Amazon Prime Video. And on Thursday, November 20th, A Man on the Inside Season 2 and Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 4 both came to Netflix. That is all I have for releases.
Oh, wow.
That's
You'd
all I
think
can
the
find.
weekend Wicked came out, there'd be.
Exactly. Then again, Thanksgiving.
That's true.
Wednesday is going to be packed.
Abra Cooking, or November 17th, my releases. Abra Cooking Dabra released on PC from Door 407. Abra Cooking Dabra is a cooking card game. Manage ingredients and make British dishes to keep toves, borogoves, and mama raths fed. Meet timers and fulfill puzzling orders despite the angry wacky cat being your boss. You are Wonderland's new chef. Oh, so it's an Alice in Wonderland cooking game. Interesting. Force Strike, released on PC and Switch from Skeleton Crew Studio and Thomas Olsen and publisher Devolver Digital. Force Strike is a martial arts roguelike where every death brings you closer to winning the fight before it begins. Use your Foresight ability to experiment without consequences before fighting for real until earning the ultimate reward, victory without foresight. Leaf Blower Company, released on PC from Lift Games and Forklift Interactive. Blow your leaves and your cares away in this chilled-out work sim. Build your business, buy new tools, and unlock upgrades, all while watching the leaves fly. After all, one man's trash is another man's cash.
Dude.
Little Aviary, released on PC from Tom Daly. Little Aviary is a relaxing, idle bird collector that sits on the bottom of your screen. Hatch unique birds, sell them, decorate, then watch them fly around your screen and perch on top of your other windows. Berlin Apartment, released on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox from BFF, Byte Rocker Games, and Parco Games. One apartment mini stories. Witness turning points in the lives of the inhabitants of an apartment in Berlin over the course of a whole century. That sounds like a really cool concept of a game. There's plays like that. And there's a what's it? I think it's just called Home. When I was in college, I read this graphic novel.
Where it all takes place in the same place?
Yeah, it all
Here.
takes place. Yeah, here.
Because it had the movie come out last year. Tom Hanks and Robin Wright. Where like one central frame and it never changes.
Yeah. I did not know it got turned into a film. That seems like a really hard movie to turn into a film.
It got not good reviews, but it looked cool.
Because the whole point of it is one page is the room and different panels pop up.
Yeah.
And you see like those panels are windows into different time periods.
Yeah.
It is a really, really cool.
It was really cool to see.
I loved reading it and like analyzing it and stuff. So it kind of reminds me of that in the way of just we're seeing multiple lives of the same people in the one apartment.
Yeah.
Released on Unmourned, released on PC from Code Bro Studio. Unmourned is a first-person psychological horror game where Jason moves into a new house only to be haunted by escalating paranormal events. Driven by fear, he must uncover the truth behind the previous owner's disappearance. Can he solve the mystery before it's too late? November 18th saw Commando's Origins Shadows Over Crate DLC released on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. A Better World on PC from Ludogram and Art France. A Better World company is hiring. We're looking for a skilled recruit to alter the past and reshape the future. Use our computer to travel back in time and make game-changing choices to make the world a better place. You decide what to do as long as you follow our internal policies. Birdcage, released on PC from Polygon Bird. Shoot, slash, and weave through bullets and enemies in this story-driven arcade shooter. The Radon daughters have launched their ultimate weapon. Take control of the experimental gunship Halcyon and break out of the cage. Desert Race Adventures, released on PC from Firedrake Games and publisher Black Smoke Studios. Start your engines for a rally adventure across Europe and Africa. Manage your team, vehicle, and supplies as you navigate treacherous terrains. Each challenge on the road forces through tough decisions that impact your journey. Ride to glory in this retro-inspired strategy with a roguelike twist. Deadpool VR, released on the MetaQuest 3 from Twisted Pixel Games and publisher Oculus Studios. Feel what it's like to go deep inside Deadpool in Marvel's Deadpool VR, an original game developed exclusively for MetaQuest 3. That just kick in?
It just got me.
Contracted by Mojo with the promise of making money, like a lot of money, Deadpool sets out to capture villains from the Marvel Universe. The merc with the mouth soon realizes he shouldn't have so hastily signed the contract. Will he survive or thrive in this journey to become the Mojoverse's most famous interdimensional streaming star? That is starring Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool, doing his worst
Ryan Reynolds
impression instead of just making it his own. Because Neil Patrick Harris is funny on his own, so you'd think they just let him do his own thing. But Whatever. Morsels is a fast-paced creature-collecting roguelite with a rotating roster of characters to switch between at will. Overcome a clique of killer cats as you fight your way out of the sewers in this unique action-packed journey. Sectori, released on PC from Chemo Latinen and Chemo Factor Oi. Sectori is a intense, fast-paced twin-stick shooter infused with hard-hitting techno music. A game where the high adrenaline gameplay, visuals, and music come together to transport you into another state of consciousness. Kingdoms of the Dump, released on PC from Roach Games and Dream Sloth Games, a Super Nintendo-inspired RPG set in a fantasy world of garbage and created by two janitors. Join Trash Can Knight Dustin Bensley as he fights his way through the 5.5 Kingdoms of the Dump. So this is one of the 3 games that released this week
I know what
that I've gotten to play.
This one and the other one I knew.
This game, I've only gotten to play about 3 hours of it. Already like a favorite of the year, if not like favorite RPG, just because of the world building alone.
Yeah.
So Jay, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of world building. I don't want to spoil too much because the game just came out.
Yeah.
So the lands of Phil encompasses the 5.5 Kingdoms of the Dump. Mm-hmm. One of the kingdoms being Garbasia. Went through a calamity from the toxic waste from another place, arriving with monsters attacking everybody, until they were fought back by the Crown Prince Garbamesh and his right-hand man Receptacles. And so 100 years of prosperity until one day King Globespin is trash picked by a someone from a neighboring kingdom, and all while Dustin Bensley was supposed to guard him but was sleeping on the job. And so Dustin Bensley vows to clear his name, and that's where our adventure begins.
Dude.
And that's like the first, I want to say, like, I don't want to spoil too much, but that's probably the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I hope I don't spoil too much, but yeah.
That's basically what I remember us talking whenever was it a couple months ago?
Yeah. You get it has the overworld exploration of Mario RPG, the like overworld map of like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger or wherever. Art style reminiscent of Chrono Trigger with obviously its trash theme, so it's a little more cartoony.
Yeah.
It's turn-based. It's a turn-based RPG, but it's also grid-based. So instead of a character getting poisoned, a tile gets poisoned, and you have to move your character off that tile if you don't want them to be poisoned.
Ooh.
And so you have moves where you can push people into traps or like set up traps and different things, or like you have moves that only affect certain tiles. So you have to be anyway. It is very good, very cool. I'm liking this. I haven't beat it yet, obviously, and I have a tendency to go, "This game's awesome. I'm giving it like a 10," and then a couple weeks later, I'm like, "Never mind. It made me mad." But no, this is definitely like at least it's hitting an 8 or a 9 for me. I'm loving this so much.
I want to play it so bad.
It is. They know that people want it on consoles, but because it's
only PC.
It's only on PC because the Kickstarter was PC only. They really focus on making sure it worked for PC. There's still some hot fixes and stuff they're needing to push out and all that. But they're very much listening to. But one of the developers worked full time as a janitor while working on this game.
I love that.
2 of them were janitors, but one of them kept his job as a janitor while they were working on the game.
I love it when people do that.
And like your healing items is like rotten onions and moldy lettuce.
It's like the opposite of what you're healing.
Yeah, you're eating grub worms and like you're getting cheese with maggots in it and different things. Your save points are porta potties, and if you want to completely heal a character, you use toilet paper, which can only be used at porta potties.
Dude.
Scrap metal is your magic instead of magic, and everyone shares the same amount of scrap metal. So in the overworld, you have to break metal things to get more scrap metal, use more magic, and different things like that. It is so, and like their weapons are all like, there's one guy that has a cheese grater as a sword, and your main character's adoptive mom is named Bagatha. Yeah, it is.
Dude, anyway, I want to play this so bad.
I'm loving it. It's all puns. I mean, the lands of Phil. Come on.
Yeah.
I did notice I know when Magic 8 Ball gets involved somehow in the plot, And because when you open up the game, the character you play as in the opening has it in his inventory, and it's a magic 8-ball, and it says a sacred stone.
So you'll find it.
So it's like some things with this magic 8-ball, I think, that's going to be... Because I know early, the game could have transformed over time, but early concept stuff, there was a main villain who had a magic 8-ball for a head, so that might have stuck around. I don't know, but yeah, very exciting. They say what the dishevel instead of what the devil.
Oh, dude.
It's like he's still rusting, sleeping, isn't he? Different things like that, where it's like it's all trash.
It gives me Lego Movie vibes, like that kind of Phil Lord, Chris Miller.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's so good. And then also, Squirrel with a Gun made its way to Switch 2. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition also made its way to Switch and Switch 2. The Diner at the End of the Galaxy released on PC from General Interactive and Playway influenced the date of the Noosa Star System through your clientele's stomachs. Grow exotic ingredients, create a menu that appeals to intergalactic palates, and discover treasures in the outer worlds. Come on in. The diner is always open for business. And also on November 18th was SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide on all major platforms from Purple Lamp and publisher THQ Nordic. Prepare to be scared. A clash between the Flying Dutchman and King Neptune has unleashed ghostly mayhem all over Bikini Bottom. Switch seamlessly between SpongeBob and Patrick, combine their unique skills, and save Bikini Bottom from total ghostification.
I want to play it.
I've also played a lot of this one, which is...
How long did it take you to play the demo?
The demo, well, obviously, it took me several times to play the demo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember it. It's like a good
this is
hour.
Your fourth time playing it?
Yeah. So my fourth time playing the opening, but things changed. You know how I said I had concerns over the game loop of like side quests are only giving me more money?
Yeah.
They now unlock cosmetics for the hub world and costumes.
Okay.
That you also buy with the money you're getting. Like they get unlocked in the shop and you buy them from the shop. So it's kind of like that game loop there.
Yeah.
As well as every treasure chest you find has a piece of scrap metal in it. And the more scrap metal you get, the more plankton can unlock platforming challenges for you.
Ooh.
And actually, some of them are actually kind of challenging. Like...
Ask her about me throwing the controller at the wall.
I wouldn't say none of them made me mad. Just of like I'm got to retry this a couple times to beat my time. Like there's no time limit. It's just kind of beat your own time thing.
That means it's gonna make me mad.
There's some surprises. There's throwbacks. There was at one level there was like, holy moly, I did not think they would reference that because it's from a different SpongeBob game that I did not think they would reference.
Battle for Bikini Bottom?
No, this movie game. There's a reference to the movie game in one of the platforming challenges.
I have that on the Game Boy.
And then the levels are nice. There's a couple levels I would say are almost too linear. The thing is, it feels nice to play and has a nice story that like if they took the open world element of Battle for Bikini Bottom and then the things they did with Cosmic Shake and Titans of the Tide, they'd have a great game on their hand. Like this game is already really good.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm loving it. I'm loving all the references. It's a SpongeBob game, so obviously there is. Patrick doesn't have a whole lot of costumes. Like he has like maybe half the costumes SpongeBob has number wise, and I'm like, you can't tell me there aren't other costumes.
Yeah.
Some are DLC. Like there's costumes not in the game yet that will be added later when the movie comes out, when the new movie comes out.
Fair.
That is also Flying Dutchman centric. It's also surprisingly dark for a SpongeBob game, and I don't want to be like SpongeBob and Patrick on the roller coaster. You know that GIF. I don't want to do that where it's like it's not actually that dark. For a SpongeBob game,
it's dark.
It is dark.
Yeah.
There are bosses, there are ghost bosses and stuff. The atmosphere is also a lot more darker and like ghosty. There is a one fish guy that every time they show off a new enemy, he gets like hurt by that enemy.
It's a running joke.
Yeah, it's the my leg guy, but he never says my leg. He has not said my leg yet. But there's one enemy that sucks him up and then it spits out a skull where I'm like,
he's canonically dead.
That dude just died.
You just killed a fish.
And then just different things where it's like, yeah, they're ghosts and like, oh, funny, but like, you know, things like that. You spend a lot of time where it just has the tone to everything is a little more mean spirited. Yeah, I would say of like,
it's like pirates and ghosts.
It's pirates and ghosts, so it's a little more dire and things like that. But so not too dark, not like what are we doing? It's kind of like it's kind of like how Epic Mickey is kind of like I would not call that a dark game, but the tone of the game is very neat for Mickey Mouse. Coincidentally, Purple Lamp Studios also did the remake of Epic Mickey last year.
That's the same people?
Yeah, it's the same people that the people that remade Battle for Bikini Bottom remade
Dude.
Epic Mickey rebrushed, and Epic Mickey. There are some. I saw someone compare Battle for or like Titans of the Tide as like a mixture of Epic Mickey, Sonic Adventure 2, and like a SpongeBob, like different things. I'm like, I can see the Epic Mickey part.
Yeah.
Of like just the tone of the game where it's like, this is a little darker than I expected.
But still lighthearted enough.
The bosses have been fun. The boss fights, I haven't beat it yet. But I'd give this like a 7 or an 8.
Nice. I might put that on my Christmas list.
It's a budget title too. It's $40.
$40?
Yeah. And then $20 for the
DLC.
For the DLC, for the season pass.
That's still not bad. That's a regular price game.
Isn't it? November 19th, Asbury Pines released on PC from Chase Star Unlimited. A grisly mystery in a small town unfolds across mysteries through the stories of its residents. Orchestrate their work, grow resources, upgrade skills, and create automated production loops between past and future eras, all to uncover a sprawling secret embedded in the flow of time. Demon School, released on Switch, PC, and PlayStation from Necrosoft Games and Wisebreed Games. It's a weird, I don't know how to pronounce that. Demon School is a new style tactics RPG where motion equals action. Defeat big weirdos in between the human and demon worlds as Faye and her misfit companions while navigating university life on a mysterious island. Dreamlight Valley Wish Blossom Ranch DLC released. I believe that adds like Tigger and Cruella de Vil and Tinkerbell to the game, I think. I played it for a little bit when it was free on Game Pass, but I haven't gotten it since.
Yeah.
Dusk Punk, released on PC from Clockwork Bird and James Patton, a gritty dice-driven RPG in a steampunk city. You escape the war, but how to survive. Explore the city, build up your skills, decide who to trust, choose carefully. You might just spark a revolution. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, released on PC from Digital Sun and 11-bit Studios. Live the double life of a fearless adventurer and a crafty merchant. Dive into vibrant dimensions brimming with shiny loot and pesky enemies. Grow your shop, tinker with weapons and gadgets, as well as make your mark among a ragtag community of castaways. Neon Inferno, released on PC the next day on all major platforms from Zenovia Interactive and Retroware. New York City 2055, a city beyond salvation. Blast your way through the dense cyberpunk jungle in Neon Inferno, an expansive fusion of 2D run and gun and gallery shooter, and help the family dominate its streets. November 20th saw Berserk Bits released on PC from Berserk Boy Games and Outer Sloth. Berserk Bits is an idle RPG auto-battler chip collecting game that runs on your desktop. Use your BIT or bit to battle and collect items, collect rare chips, and build your deck. Customize and level up to take down intense virus bosses as you unravel the mysteries behind the attacks on the net. Clover Pit and Dave the Diver made its way to Xbox, or their way to Xbox. Demio and Dungeons & Dragons Battle Marked, released on PC and PlayStation from Resolution Games. I don't have a description for that one. Kirby Air Riders, released on Switch 2 from Sora Ltd, HAL Laboratory, Bandai Namco, and Nintendo. I don't have a description for this either, but because I couldn't find a good one to really like paste into here.
Yeah.
But it is a sequel to the GameCube Kirby racing game. The whole deal with this is you don't press a button or hold a button to gas. It goes on its own, and then you use your button to brake and boost and another button to use your ability. And I played it a little. This is the one I played the least this week because it only came out yesterday and I've had errands and stuff. So it is definitely an acquired taste. I like it, but I can see how people wouldn't because it plays so differently from any other racing game.
Yeah.
You would expect it to be like a Mario Kart or something. It is not.
That's what I thought it would be. It's about like flying.
So you're low to the ground. If you see a ramp, you have to hold back, and then you'll fly up into the ramp, and then you hold forward to go back down, and you kind of keep yourself gliding. But if you're gliding in the air too long, you'll lose speed, and people will get in front of you.
Yeah.
When you're doing turns, you do want to brake, and then as you're braking, you'll get up a meter, and so when you're done braking, you'll boost forward.
Yeah.
If you tap the brake button when you're near an enemy on the thing, you can take their ability if they have an ability, and then you can also tap the button to briefly brake, but also use an ability. And then you have a meter that you fill up that's basically like if Mario Kart had final smashes, everyone has their own. It's an interesting game and I like it, and I can see there's an appeal to it, and I like it, but it is definitely, there's things about it where I'm like, people aren't, there's
they're gonna.
This is gonna
complain.
this is gonna become like a 7 out of 10 only because there's gonna be a good portion of people that aren't gonna like it because it's definitely its own thing, which is fine though. It's gonna find its audience, and I think it'll do okay. Outlaws and Handful of Missions remaster on all major platforms from Night Dive Studios, Atari, and LucasArts Games. When outlaws murdered your wife and took your daughter, everything you had was gone. Your gut aches for blood and sweet revenge. Dying's too good for 'em now. R-Type Delta HD boosted on all major platforms from City Connection and Clear River Games. Your nightmares now in high definition. R-Type Delta HD boosted brings back the dark iconic shooter with modern enhancements, new music, razor sharp graphics, and all the intensity you remember. Retrace the Light released on PC from Xiaoming Games and Glintforge. Dive into the immersive world of Retrace the Light, a captivating 2.5D action-adventure game centered around the spatial retracing feature. Assume the role of an enforcer working for a super AI in a futuristic world, exploring the depths of human consciousness and healing their emotional wounds. Saboris, released on all major platforms from High Room Studio and P-Cube. Saboris is a gripping horror adventure. Guide the brave chicken through a deadly slaughterhouse, solve chilling puzzles, and face relentless pursuit. Can you survive?
Is this Chicken Road?
But as a horror, it looks legitimately kind of like, oh, I'm a chicken. What am I going to do?
Dude, I kind of want to play that.
Total Chaos, released on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox from Trigger Happy Interactive and Apogee Entertainment. Fort Oasis is no paradise. It's a decaying nightmare where reality crumbles. The creator of Turbo Overkill unleashes survival horror stacked with mysteries and monstrosities. Scavenge to craft weapons while a voice on your walkie-talkie guides you to the island's depths. November 21st, Following Seas, released on PC from Whipstaff Games. Following Seas is a game about ships in the sea. Transport cargo, fish, and fight the weather in an unforgiving open world. Featuring elements of realistic ship management, you can use the stars to navigate, batten the hatches, and get lost beyond the edges of the map. Terrifier, the arcade game released on all major platforms from Relevo and publisher Select to Play. Terrifier, the arcade game, is a bloody retro fighting game beat 'em up with frantic action and a lot of fun and references to the Terrifier franchise. November 22nd saw the release of Fane on PC from Teneke Kafalar. Welcome to Fane, an intriguing role-based game that blends mystery, strategy, and deception. Step into a quirky small town where innocents, imposters, and neutrals navigate suspenseful gameplay. Your mission unfolds under the cover of night when it's up to the village by day to vote someone out. So it's like Werewolf.
Survivor. Oh, Werewolf, yeah.
Yeah. You know, the card game where the teacher is like, I got nothing else to teach this year, so here's some cards.
It's literally like a deck of cards.
But yeah, that is my releases this week.
I had my first batch of miscellaneous and posters. Got our for the second episode in a row. Got a poster for You, Me, and Tuscany. ScreenX and IMAX posters for Avatar, Fire, and Ash for the second episode in a row. First poster for the live-action Moana. First poster for The Moment. The Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping. New character posters for Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery. New poster for Wicked for Good for the third episode in a row. And a new poster for Atropia. In trailers, we got a new trailer this week. I believe the final trailer for Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery, releasing December 12th on Netflix. A new trailer for We Bury the Dead, releasing January 2nd in theaters. The Chronology of Water, releasing January 5th in theaters. Return to Silent Hill, releasing January 23rd in theaters. The Moment, releasing January 30th in theaters. We got a new trailer for Hoppers, releasing March 6th in theaters, which looks... I'm so excited for this. Since they've said it's Planet of the Apes meets Avatar meets Mission Impossible, I'm so excited for this. New trailer for Project Hail Mary, releasing March 20th in theaters. A new trailer, or the first trailer for the live-action Moana, releasing July 10th in theaters. Snuppy, any thoughts? I actually think I agree with you on this one.
This isn't needed.
Yeah.
The movie is not even 10 years old, will be when it releases.
That's my big thing.
It will be only 10 years old when it releases.
Not even, because it came out in Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just feel like there's other, like, if you want to remake your successes, then go back to, I mean, I know they're working on that live action Tangle, but why didn't that come out first? I mean, I feel...
Work your way to it.
Yeah, work your way up to it, where by the time a remake comes out...
Get the rest of your catalog done first.
Like, I mean, Stinking Lilo and Stitch, at least the original's 20 plus years old.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Why
That's my big issue with this one.
Why is the remake of Hercules taking so long? Mm-hmm. But Moana gets fast tracked because Wish didn't do good. Well, we can't release Frozen 3 yet. Yeah. Moana, that's the other moneymaker. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. And this is just kind of a, why did they make the actress straighten her hair when
That is
her,
true.
when her natural hair is almost as curly, if not even curlier than Moana's, and also
I
that's
didn't realize that.
and also I saw someone else say this. This only happened because Black Adam did bad, and Dwayne Johnson was like, "I need to make my ego feel good again. I want to be Maui."
I didn't even think about that, but it's so true. It's so true.
Love you, Mr. The Rock Johnson, but
Mr. The Rock, sir.
But
You could smash us with.
I said jokes. Jokes can be made.
Yeah, jokes can be made. I saw someone was like,
especially
Maui
when
is-
Black Adam's involved. Anyway,
Yeah, there's good parts of Black Adam. Dr. Fate and Hawkman.
I already said all the not Black Adam parts.
The Justice.
The Justice Society of America. Yeah,
That was fine. I saw someone say The Rock is half the size of Maui, and somehow they made The Rock small. We got our first trailer for The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping, releasing November 20th, 2026 in theaters. That's going to be the big Thanksgiving one to go see. And release dates: The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball will drop new episodes on Hulu on December 22nd. I don't think that was a season 2.
I think it's more. I've
more
seen some
episodes.
people describe it as season 2 and some have not, so I don't know.
Because I almost put it as season 2, but they didn't say it. Didn't say anywhere
I've
season
seen
2.
mixed. I've got mixed signals of I don't know what I'm
What it
supposed
is.
to. Yeah.
Regardless, there's new episodes coming out on December 22nd. Beast Game Season 2 releases on January 7th on Amazon Prime Video. Saturday Night Live Season 51 for the second episode in a row announced who is hosting in the remainder of episodes for 2025, including Melissa McCarthy hosting on December 6th with musical guest Dijon.
What does she have to promote?
That's what I was wondering. I don't know. I saw that because that's the one that they showed during the episode of Glen Powell. But I don't know what she has to promote because I know what the other two obviously have to promote.
Hey, what are the other two?
December 13th, Josh O'Connor with musical guest Lily Allen. Of course, he's going to be in Wake Up Dead Man. And December 20th, quite possibly could be one of the best Christmas SNL episodes we're going to get. Ariana Grande hosting with, did you see who the musical guest is?
No.
Cher.
Oh, wow.
For the Christmas episode.
Yeah, and according to her filmography on Wikipedia, she's not going to be in anything until she voices Margie Claus for a Warner Brothers Margie Claus movie in 2027. And then there is an Unspeakable: The Murder of John Ramsey.
Oh, John Benet Ramsey.
She's playing
the mom.
Patsy Ramsey.
Yeah, I forgot about
but
that.
we
That
don't
doesn't
know
come out
when that's
anytime
coming
soon.
out. That's
Yeah.
like to be announced. So maybe she's announcing a release window for that, but I feel like SNL's a really weird spot to announce.
Yeah, usually you don't announce stuff like that on SNL.
No, so it's
It might just be like, hey, who's someone funny? Because she's funny on
yeah,
SNL.
she's hilarious when she's
Yeah.
on there. It's just I always go, okay, SNL, their hosts are usually promoting something.
Yeah.
It's like the same way with like, why is there a guest on Good Mythical Morning? They're probably promoting something.
Yeah. Isn't it? That's a good lineup. I feel like Josh O'Connor is going to be like a secret hit. Ren Maguro has been cast in Shogun Season 2, and Meryl Streep has been cast as the Insect Queen in Hoppers, which you discovered, is not the first time she's played an Insect Queen in an animated movie, i.e. Ant Bully.
Aunt Bully.
I also looked at the cast of that, and there's also like Dave Franco is in that somewhere, and Sam Richardson. But that is all for my first batch of miscellaneous.
My gaming news, Square Enix announced a merchandise collaboration with Undertale for the game's 10th anniversary. This will include a new soundtrack arrangement under Square Enix's Chill series and more. I know there's another one where I think it's a Square Enix music composer is composing new arrangements of the Undertale soundtrack, and then some other merchandise that's been teased. We don't know fully yet. No more news will probably come next year, which is funny because the 10th anniversary is this year, but we're not getting...
Yeah.
It's funny how that
think
stuff
till next
sometimes
year.
works out. It's like how Nintendo started the 35th or 40th anniversary of Mario in September and is continuing it into next year.
Yeah. It was like SNL celebrated 50 years before it was turned 50. But that's just because how the anniversaries are.
But yeah, Hypixel Studios founder Simon Collins La Flamme, I think is maybe how that's not.
La Flamme.
Or La Flame. I don't know. I am not doing good with the pronunciations this episode.
Disney name.
He has acquired the full rights to Hytale after the game's cancellation in June 2025. The game will now release as early as possible in early access for $19.99. This is wild because it got canceled back in June, but it's been in development since like 2015. It has early history as a Minecraft mod and just different things where it is just this game has had a long history and it's good that it's finally coming out. The free update adding gallery mode, episode selection, more language options, and more released for the Ace Attorney trilogy November 19th. Tales of Berseria Remastered was announced for all major platforms, releases February 27th, 2026. This is as part of the Tales of Remaster, right, or whatever, like, mission that the Tales of team has been working on. There are people upset that there aren't older games that are getting remade, but it's going until next year, so maybe we'll have a couple more of the older games announced for. But this one, it's readily available on PS5 and stuff. The only thing, like the only reasoning for this remaster would be to also get it on Switch, which it's coming to. But it's like. Yeah, there's other reasons I think. There is a censored version of the opening that was released internationally, but not in Japan, and now the Japanese version of the remaster will have that censored opening, and it might have something to do with how censorship has changed a little bit in Japan. So they're just wanting to get the censored version out there in case they. I don't know. That is me theorizing for why they would remake this game when they do have older games they could remaster first. But who knows? It could be because it's a popular series, popular entry in the series, and they just want to make money off that.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be the people that are going to buy it anyway. An Xbox Partner Preview Showcase was held November 20th. I did not see anybody talking about this. The only reason I remembered it was happening was because Jeff Keighley tweeted it, and I was like, oh, right, that's a thing. So I wrote it down, or I wouldn't even thought to write this stuff down. Counterplay Games announced its next game, Armistice. A roguelike shooter coming in 2026 to Xbox, PC, Switch 2, and PS5. The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu is releasing summer 2026 on PC, Xbox, and PS5. Crowsworn is now coming to all major consoles in addition to PC. Echo Generation 2 was announced coming to Xbox and PC in 2026. Ponkel has revealed a sequel to Vampire Survivors. The first-person game Vampire Crawlers is coming to all major platforms in 2026. A look at vehicles in 007 First Light was shown off. Reanimal has set a release date of February 13th, 2026 on all major platforms. Plot Twist announced Erosion, a twin-stick shooter about eroding the world, coming to Xbox and PC in 2026. New content is coming to Hitman. Eminem has hired you to take out Slim Shady, coming December 1st. We got a new look at Zoopunk and Tides of Annihilation, and a sequel to Raji, an ancient epic titled Raji Kali Yuga was announced. SpongeBob content is came to Sonic Racing Crossworlds November 19th. Guild Wars is getting a new update called Guild Wars Reforged, launching December 3rd. Norse Oath of Blood releases February 3rd on PC, Xbox, and PS5. Monterey Jack has announced a release date of February 6th on PC, Xbox, and PS5. This is a horror game in which you save your friend in a killer cheese factory. Revenge of the Savage Planets Bingo Brawl DLC released November 19th. Don't Scream Together releases December 3rd. Spider-centric horror game Huntsman releases November 27th. No, thank you. Phantom Line. No, I looked at the thumbnail and I was like, no.
I know what a Huntsman spider. No, I don't
imagine that, but
huge.
Yeah.
Trent would have nightmares.
Phantom Line set a release date of March 5th. The Return of Reich DLC for Warhammer Vermintide 2 releases November 20th. We got a first look at Overwatch 2's newest hero, Vendetta La Lupa, coming with Season 20. She will be playable early from November 26th to December 1st. Wise X Proud Nordics is coming to PS5 and set a North American release date of February 20th on Switch 2, PS5, and PC. And finally, the Game Award nominees were announced.
Yes.
And while I read the Game Awards, Jay and I are also going to discuss and make our vote. So let me go to here. Hold on. I got to get everything pulled up. So Game of the Year nominees are Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is the only one that I am like, I've not heard a lot of people.
I heard it was good.
Split Fiction's not there, and that was like one of the first games this year to get a really good review score.
All right.
Okay.
Who do I think will win? Based on what I've heard people say on like TikTok, I think it's going to be Claire Obscure.
I hope Claire Obscure wins.
I haven't heard anything about it. I'm voting for Donkey Kong because I can't vote for it.
It's one of those things where I'm just kind of like, Death Stranding 2 makes sense. It is the Kojima game.
Yeah.
But also, I've not heard a lot of people talk about it since it came out, which is weird because, like, the first game, everyone was talking about it. And this one, I've not heard any. Like, there's a lot of games this year that are big releases that are like, they did well, they sold well, but then no one's talking about them much past when they first came out. Hades 2, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Of course, Donkey Kong.
Obviously, it's Hollow Knight Silksong. That was going to be nominated anyway because it's just Hollow Knight Silksong. But there's games here. I'm like, they could have nominated other games instead.
Donkey Kong, do you think it fits?
Donkey Kong definitely fits, only because it's probably Nintendo's best game this year of the ones that would we could see Metroid Prime 4 can end up being really good. Like Mario Kart World had a lot of controversy. The other games that came out this year were too niche and stuff. But Donkey Kong Bonanza, I could see being
overall. I would vote for Split Fiction if it was here, but I'm voting for Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I think I'm going to vote for Donkey Kong 2 just because Nintendo represent.
I thought you'd
as
go
if
for
they
Silksong.
need it. I haven't played enough of Silksong yet to
that's right. You were playing through Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I'm playing through Hollow Knight first, and I haven't played Clair Obscur. I think it's going to win, but I'm voting for Donkey Kong because it's the only game this year that I've actually played.
Yeah. Dude, we need to keep playing Split Fiction.
We do. Best game direction, we have Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Split Fiction, and Hades 2.
Well, let's see. I wasn't voting for Split Fiction. Then I saw Ghost of Yotei, and now Ghost of Yotei is the only one I've actually played. Besides what we played.
Split Fiction, of the things I know, I think I'm going to vote for it as far as direction goes.
Now,
I am kind of rooting for Clair Obscur, which doesn't make sense because I'm not voting for it, but it's like, it's a small enough game.
Yeah.
And niche enough that I kind of hope it gets what,
creative vision and innovation in game direction. Okay, I feel like if we're going by that definition, I'm going for Split Fiction
or Clair Obscur. Just as far as the game direction goes, those are the two that I would vote for. I'm going to vote for Split Fiction because of actually.
I vote for Split Fiction. Best narrative.
Okay.
Oh, Ghost of Yotei,
Death Stranding, Clair Obscur, Kingdom Come, Silent Hill F, Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2, but.
Yeah.
Clair Obscur got the most
like
nominees this year. I think I'm going to vote for Clair Obscur.
I voted for Ghost of Yotei, A, because that's the only one I played, B, because the story is phenomenal.
I know more about Clair Obscur's story than I do Ghost of Yotei, so
I don't want to spoil it for you. Are you ever going to play it?
Maybe someday. I need to play the first one first, so...
I'm not going to say it on here. But
Best art direction, we have Clair Obscur, Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2,
oh, dude.
Hades 2. I'm voting for Hollow Knight Silksong. It's hand-drawn animated.
I vote for Ghost of Yotei because of the landscape cinematography, fantastic.
And I also want something to win that isn't a realism game.
How dare you? Just kidding.
Best score and music. This is where it's going to get hard. It's Christopher Larkin's arrangements for Silksong, Darren Korb's arrangements for Hades, Laureen Tester's arrangements for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Toma Ottawa's arrangements for Ghost of Yotei, and Woodkid and Ludwig Forsel's arrangements for Death Stranding. I have not heard any music from Death Stranding. I've heard some music from Ghost of Yotei. I've heard a lot of music from Clair Obscur.
I went with Ghost of Yotei. Like, a lot of this is because I play like a handful of games every year. Ghost of Yotei is
I'm voting for Expedition 33 because I've heard the music from it and I like the music a lot.
I legitimately love the music in Ghost of Yotei.
Best audio design. We have Battlefield 6, Clair Obscur 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, and Silent Hill F. Obviously, Jay's voting for Ghost of Yotei. If it's going to pop up, he's probably going to vote for it because it's his game of the year.
I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
It's about to be like, is it?
I'm going to vote for Ghost of Yotei just because I don't know about the sound direction of any of these games, so I'll just vote for yours, Jay.
Where's Mafia of the Old Country?
Best performance.
This I still got
Ben Starr as in Expedition 33, Charlie Cox in Expedition 33, which Charlie Cox, it's funny because he doesn't even he's like, they had me in for like 4 hours. I've never even played the game. I don't even know anything about it. Like
exactly.
It's very funny.
I didn't know he was in it until I saw that. I'm like, Charlie Cox? Now I'm torn.
Erika Ishii in Ghost of Yotei, Jennifer English in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Konatsu Kato in Silent Hill F. I've heard a lot of good things about that. And Troy Baker's Indiana Jones: The Great Circle. I'm voting for Troy Baker.
I think I'm going to... the Daredevil in me wants to vote for Charlie Cox, obviously. Yeah. But it was going to come down between Troy Baker and Erika Ishii. Troy Baker sounds so much like Harrison Ford.
Yeah, just that performance. And the fact that Harrison Ford was like, you did a good job.
Yeah, Troy Baker. I'm going with Troy Baker.
Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content that can be played by even wider audience. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atom's Fall, Doom: The Dark Ages, EA Sports 26, South of Midnight. I don't know any of these, but I'm going to vote for South of Midnight because I think I've heard about some of the stuff they did.
I don't know what Assassin's Creed Shadows is, but that's the only one that I know of that.
So I'm going to vote for South of Midnight because also I'm surprised South of Midnight didn't get no.
Everyone was Louisiana one.
Yeah, everyone was so excited for it, and then it came out, and it's like no one talked about it. So
I forgot about that one.
Games for Impact, thought provoking on social.
Pro-social meaning
stuff. We have Consume Me, Despelote, Lost Records, Wander Stop, and South of Midnight.
I'll go South of Midnight because that's the only one that I remotely know of.
I'm voting for Wander Stop because that game is also like it's the cozy game.
Oh, I've heard of that one actually.
Yeah, that was. There's and this is the great thing about the Game Awards is I'm also reminded of games that I haven't gotten to play yet because I haven't gotten to buy. Like this is the first bit in a while where because I pre-ordered them I was able to get them.
Yeah.
So best ongoing. So this is live service games. So we have Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, No Man's Sky.
Marvel Rivals
represent. Although Fortnite had Scooby-Doo and The Simpsons this year. It didn't get me to play Fortnite, but it almost did. The
amount of times I've heard you say this might get me to play Fortnite.
It's because it's never going to happen. It's like you and dabbing.
It's like me and anime.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a better thing.
Like
my Fortnite is my anime.
Yeah.
Best community support. So best of like allowing mods and different things to happen. The community having a lot of support and stuff. Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. I'm going to vote for Baldur's Gate 3.
I went with Fortnite. No real reason.
Yeah. Best indie game. So this is the best game made by an indie developer.
Blueprints. I need to play that.
Absalom, Ball Pit, Blueprints, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Hades 2, and Clair Obscur. I'm voting for Hollow Knight, Silksong, Blueprints. I don't think I talked about it too much after it came out.
You did
played
once.
That. I marathoned that so much that I started dreaming about it, and I was like, this is my sign to stop.
Oh.
I wasn't falling fully asleep because my brain was just thinking about how I would solve that game, so I stopped. Best debut indie game: Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Despelote, and Dispatch. Dispatch's only nomination this year, which is wild.
Yeah.
I think it's because it came out too late, so not enough time to really let anything else about the game sink in.
Yeah.
Because I assure you, if the game had come out earlier, there might be a best performance nomination for one of the people in it. Aaron Paul, probably. Yeah. And there would be a maybe best narrative. A lot of people like the story, but then there's people, but also it's hard to say, can a Telltale game get nominated for best narrative when the whole point is the narrative changes based on.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to go on a rant. Best mobile game, we have Destiny Rising, Persona 5, The Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Wuthering Waves, and Uma Musume Pretty Derby. That is the Racing Horses is Anime Girls game. I'm voting for that one because memes.
I voted for... What did I vote for? I've already moved on to the next one. Sonic.
Best VR, we have Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcane Age, Ghost Town, Deadpool VR, and The Midnight Walk. Deadpool VR.
Marvel's Deadpool VR.
Deadpool VR is a wild one to me that it got nominated because I would have thought the cutoff would have already happened by the time it released. I'm voting for The Midnight Walk because the art direction for that game is.
I went with Deadpool. Represent.
Best action game, we have Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I love the art for Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I'm going to go for Hades 2 because I played Hades 1 for the first time this year and I loved it.
Is Ghost of Yote not an action? I guess it's more of a
It could be, but it's action adventure, which is the next category.
If you
haven't voted yet.
I'm going to go. I don't know which one to vote for. I don't know. Trent didn't really like that game. Which one should I vote for?
Vote for Hades 2 because that's what I voted for. And the last time I didn't know what to vote for, I voted for what you voted for.
Okay, fair.
We have Best Action Adventure, Death Stranding 2, Ghosts of Yote, Hollow Knight Silksong, Split Fiction, and Indiana Jones.
Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, my goodness.
I think I'm going to vote for Hollow Knight because it's the Split Fiction. Yeah, I don't know. Hollow Knight.
Did you ever get Indiana Jones now it's on PS5?
Nope.
So good.
We have Best RPG. Have you voted yet?
No.
Oh, sorry. I
don't know which one. I don't know which one. I'm stuck. I'm stuck between the 3. Okay. I haven't played enough Split Fiction. Which one did I think was... Okay, it's going to be Chuck and the Katanas, Ghost of Yote.
Okay.
Over Sneaking is...
So Best RPG, we have Avowed, Clair Obscur, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, The Outer Worlds 2, and Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm voting for Clair Obscur.
I'm voting for the underdog.
Which was?
Outer Worlds 2.
We have Best Fighting Game, 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. I'm going to vote for 2XKO. No, I'm going to vote for Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
I'll go with you on that one because I have no clue.
The other two, they're like compilations of old fighting games, so I don't know. Best Family Game, we have Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Split Fiction. I don't know if Split Fiction counts as a family game to me. It has enough of an edge to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote for Donkey Kong Bonanza here, I think.
I'm definitely going to go for Donkey Kong. Lego, no. Yeah, I'm going with Donkey Kong.
Best Sim and Strategy Game, we have Final Fantasy Tactics, The Ivalice Chronicles, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, The Altars, and 2 Point Museum. Voting for 2 Point Museum because that's the one I know the most about because Trent was talking about it this year.
I almost went with 2 Point Museum. Then I saw Jurassic World represent.
We have Best Sports and Racing Game. We have EA Sports FC 26, F1 25, Mario Kart World Rematch, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I've only played Mario Kart World, so I got to vote for that one.
I'm going with Mario Kart World because I beat Chronoster in that.
Best Multiplayer Game. We have Ark Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. I'm going for Peak because the guys have been playing Peak.
I went with Split Fiction because we've been playing Split Fiction.
So, some people might be sitting here going, your logic makes no sense. Like you've been contradicting yourself in how you're voting. I don't care.
I don't care.
Best Adaptation. We have a Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell Death Watch, The Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn. Not Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
That's what I was going to say.
Which would have qualified, but it's weird, so I'm going to vote.
I was saying it did qualify.
It would have, but it didn't get nominated.
Oh, okay. I thought
for some reason, which is weird. So I'm voting for.
That is insane.
I'm going to vote for Devil May Cry.
I'm going with I'm not voting for Minecraft. I'm sorry.
It is
not when it's up.
It is
against
a good bad movie, but it's up against other. If it was up against.
First off,
best worst movie of the year, maybe.
However, I will say it's number 4 for me because I've heard about Until Dawn. Until Dawn. Minecraft movie. We
have most anticipated game. We have 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and Witcher 4. So I think I'm going to vote for Marvel's Wolverine. 007 First Light excites me.
We know what's going to win.
It's going to be Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
I'm voting for Wolverine because I'm excited for it.
Here's the thing.
Of the 5 here, it's the one I'm most excited for.
Because Lego Batman.
Yeah, Lego Batman. Anything Nintendo might do next year, I'm not.
For me, you know which one I'm going to go with. Let's be honest. Did I get more excited at 007 or Wolverine?
Content Creator of the Year. Get ready to hear names you don't know, Jay.
Is it Queso on there?
K-Drill, Kai Sanat, Moist Critical,
I know him.
Sakura Miko, and The Burnt Peanut.
I'm going with Kai Sanat.
I'm going to go.
Get ready to know names you don't know. Mispronounces one.
I'm going to go for Moist Critical because he was in Dispatch, and I think of the 5, he's the one I've watched the most of. As in, I've watched maybe 30 seconds on Twitter.
I've seen Kai Sanat on TikTok
and I know woo, that's what I've been waiting for. That's Moist Critical.
Yeah.
I think it's Moist Critical.
Where's Queso? Queso's not. He won.
He might have been nominated last year.
He won last year.
Oh yeah. Then he probably get nominated again because he won last year.
Oh, they don't do that? Okay.
Best esports game. We have Counter-Strike 2, Dota, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, and Valorant. I'm gonna go for League of Legends because I don't know.
I'm going with Dota 2 because dude looks cool. Swordhead.
We're getting into the categories that Jay and I are not going to have. Best esports athlete. We have Brock Sommerhalder, Shovi. That's Zhang Jiahoon. We have Forsaken, Jason Susanto, Kakaru, Menard, Zaiwu. That's Kakaru Watanabe, Saul Leonard, and Matthew Herbout.
That's actually pronounced Zai Wazirohu.
Okay.
I have no idea. I'm voting for him because his name looks cool.
Let's see. This guy played League of Legends. I voted for League of Legends, so there we go.
Best esports team.
Best esports team, we have Gen G, Energy, Team Falcons, Team Vitality, and Team Liquid PH.
I'm not voting for Liquid PH. That name sounds stupid. I'm sorry. I'm voting off of vibes at this point. I'm going with Team Falcons.
Yeah, same. Team Falcons.
They don't seem so full of themselves.
And there we go.
That's for round 1. There's multiple rounds of voting.
There's multiple rounds of voting. So
December 4th?
So that
December 1st.
The next round is December 4th. I don't know if that's a new set of nominees.
Next round is December 1st.
Oh.
Yeah, round 1 is December 1st.
Round 1 is December 1st. Okay, interesting. We'll see what that's about.
That's weird.
I guess. So yeah, there's the Game Awards nominees.
I feel like Split Fiction should be up there in the game. Let's be
We'll
honest.
see who
the big
wins.
steal is the big snub is, say it with me, Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah, that is. It's weird that it's not there.
Above Until Dawn. Please.
Yeah. But Dispatch also should have gotten more nominations, but
Yes.
it might have come out too late for it. It might be why Deadpool might have gotten. I don't know what Deadpool would have
Deadpool
gotten,
VR.
but Deadpool VR is the one that's weird, where it released this week and nominees were announced
Monday.
at the beginning of the week. So like
Yeah.
it was nominated before it even came out.
Yeah.
So
you're like, how?
so yeah.
No love for Mafia Old Country makes me kind of upset.
But that is my gaming news for this week.
I have my second batch of miscellaneous and new looks. Got new looks at Wake Up Dead Man and Knives Out Mystery, Mandalorian and Grogu, Avatar Fire and Ash. A new look at the Buzz Lightyears in the Jungle and Toy Story 5 for the second episode in a row. Gave me Vietnam vibes. Love it. A new look at Wile E. Coyote and Coyote vs. Acme. And our first look at Robert Pattinson, Zendaya, and John Leguizamo as Antinous, Athena, and Emmaus, respectively, in The Odyssey for the second episode in a row. Got our first look at the live-action Legend of Zelda, which first look at Link and Zelda this week. First look at live-action Moana. First look at Swapped, which is a Michael B. Jordan and Juno Timble's new animated movie for Skydance Animation. It follows a majestic bird and a small woodland creature who are sworn enemies until they suddenly swap bodies. We got our first look at all the characters of the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping, which I was skeptical about Ralph Fiennes playing President Snow because I would like to get on Kiefer Sutherland, obviously, but he looks the part. And our first look at House of the Dragon Season 3. In box office, Predator Badlands for the sixth episode in a row has already become the biggest Predator film ever domestically with $66.3 million. One Battle After Another becomes Paul Thomas Anderson's first film to pass $200 million worldwide. And Wicked for Good for the third episode in a row earns $30.8 million in domestic previews, which is the Thursday night showings. The biggest preview number for any movie in 2025. Obviously, it was gonna. Glenn Powell for the second episode in a row. The Running Man for the second episode in a row opens with $17 million domestically. He killed it on SNL. Widely regarded as one of the best episodes in a while. And speaking of killing it, How to Make a Killing. John Patton Ford's new film will release on February 20th, 2026, starring Glenn Powell, Margaret Qualley, and Ed Harris. It follows the heir to a multi-billion-dollar fortune who will go to any lengths to grab everything he believes he deserves. In new announcements, Joseph Kaczynski reveals there are now active talks about an F1 sequel, a new Stargate series in the works at Amazon Prime Video. Martin Guerrero, who worked as a writer on all three previous live-action Stargate shows, will serve as showrunner. Hunter Schafer, Havana Rose Liu, Sophie Wilde, Emma Corrin, Josh Hutcherson, and Caleb Landry Jones will star in Arkasha Stevenson's new horror film for A24, which follows a bachelor party that spirals into terror. Leighton Meester and Jared Padalecki will star in a new holiday rom-com based on Catherine Sinter's best-selling novel The Bodyguard, also starring Andy McDowell, Walker Hayes, Noah Lalonde, and Toby Sandeman. Steven Schwartz says he and Winnie Holzman are developing a new Wicked project, saying it wouldn't be a sequel to Glinda and Elphaba's story, but instead a new idea that, quote, expands Oz in a new direction. Goblins in the works at A24, described as Ted meets E.T., Kenneth Branagh will voice Goblin, and Scarlett Gazando is in talks to play his human friend. There is one more new announcement, but I will continue that after a miscellaneous announcement. In my miscellaneous mentionables, Tom Cruise accepts his first ever Oscar, an honorary one at the Governor Awards. Ryan Johnson says he really wants Meryl Streep in a future Knives Out movie. Here at Mondays Are for the Nerds, we like to push on, possibly get this in the ears of people who might be able to hear it. Ryan Johnson said, quote, if you're reading this, Meryl Streep, I think you'd slot into a murder mystery really well. Meryl, thank you for listening.
It's like when we shout out Dan Aykroyd. I think that was what we did at once.
Exactly.
Glenn Powell, thank you for listening.
Please don't be mad at me. I saw this today, and I was legitimately confused. The cheese Parmigiano Reggiano has signed with Hollywood talent agency United Talent Agency.
So I had to look up to make sure this wasn't another like AI actor where it's just an AI generated picture of cheese or something. It was not.
Okay.
Apparently it's just a really old cheese that also has like protections like it's a person. And I guess I don't know why it got. Maybe we're gonna just start seeing cheese just sitting in the background.
Wallace and Gromit are like foaming at the
Can't
mouth.
wait for the next romantic comedy starring McKenna Grace in a romance with.
No,
a
but
block
not
of
McKenna
cheese.
Grace. The lady from Mean Girls from Hot Frosty. Hot Nacho. We're done. We're done. Let me move on.
Hallmark presents
Hot Nacho.
A Cheesy Christmas.
starring
Candace Cameron.
Candace Cameron and Parmesan and introducing Parmigiano Reggiano. It's just a block of cheese. Oh my goodness. Hate to move on to a bummer, but the live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin movie is no longer happening.
My dad was like, oh, and then he saw an article today saying it was R-rated. He goes, it was going to be R-rated?
R-rated.
And was so disappointed. Then we were talking about how like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a comic book can be for older audiences, but the minute it hits screens, they feel the need to make it for kids. They can't make it too. And I'm surprised I'm honestly surprised that it got as far as it did.
Yeah.
It's being replaced by another animated or animated.
A new live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot is in the works with Sonic the Hedgehog producer Neil H. Mortis producing the film, with Paramount wanting to, quote, Sonicify the TMNT franchise.
Which is, I thought, what Mutant Mayhem was supposed to have done. But Mutant Mayhem got canceled already, so...
Two?
The second season got canceled.
Oh, the second season.
The sequel is still... one of the people working on the movie tweeted and said, this is a different project from ours. The sequel is still happening, the animated sequel.
Oh, thank goodness.
I think we're past the point of studios being worried about people being confused by more than one project in the same series. Yeah. It's why we'll probably get two separate Batman. You know, so I think they've realized we're not that dumb. I mean, they think we're dumb enough to do some other things, but apparently we are, because look at where we are now. But anyway,
but we're still getting the video game.
Yeah, the video game, the Ronin video game, still coming out. Just would have been nice to have the movie, just because more parts of the Ninja Turtles franchise being known, because there's so much about the lore and the world building that doesn't get touched upon unless you really watch the shows and really read the comics. Yeah, and beyond the base level. So it's like,
and if you're wondering why we're so obsessed with Last Ronin, it's because it's about the last Ninja Turtle. The three brothers have died. You don't know which one it is because he uses all the weapons.
Yeah,
until later on.
And so an R-rated just revenge story kind of like...
It's very dark.
Oh, it would have been so cool. He's wearing a black mask instead of a colored mask, so you don't know which but he has all their masks, I think, tied somewhere on or something. Like it's so...
He honors his brothers.
Yeah, it is.
It's so cool.
It is so cool. But yeah, so...
Fun fact, there's a Ninja Turtles reference in Ghost of Yotei.
There is?
Yeah. You follow this one guy, it's a side mission, and he leads you to the grave of his three brothers, and there's three flowers,
and they're different colors,
and there's like not a fourth one, but he wants you to fight him to the death because he wants to be with his brothers, and you fight him and you kill him, and
does he use a specific weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it shows the four graves, and it's the four colors.
Huh.
It was so cool to see
cool.
that. Yeah. I saw that, I was like, you should have voted for it. Just kidding.
Of course, Jay's looking like a Ninja Turtle right now. So
I am. I thought about saying, if you hear,
we have it. Jay's face was painted green because he was in a play tonight.
Yeah.
So
I am the ogre.
Yeah.
That is all for my miscellaneous news.
In my anniversaries, November 16th was the 5th anniversary of Home Alone and the 35th anniversary of Rocky V, the 15th anniversary of 9 Doors, 9 Persons, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors on DS, as well as the 15th anniversary of Sonic Colors on Wii and DS. November 17th was the 10th anniversary of Chicago Med, the 30th anniversary of GoldenEye, the 25th anniversary of WWF No Mercy on N64, the 25th anniversary of The Mummy on PC, the 20th anniversary of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team on GBA and DS, and the 10th anniversary of Star Wars Battlefront on PC and Xbox One.
I remember when that was new.
November 18th was the 35th anniversary of Stephen King's It, the 5th anniversary of The Flight Attendant, the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and the 20th anniversary of Walk the Line. November 19th was the 20th anniversary of Wayside, the animated series based on the books. Mm-hmm. The 15th anniversary of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and the 50th anniversary of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
50?
Yep. November 20th was the 10th anniversary of Jessica Jones, the 10th anniversary of Mockingjay Part 2, the 25th anniversary of Banjo-Tooie on Nintendo 64, the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon on 3DS, and the 5th anniversary of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So me doing Mockingjay and Jessica Jones right next to each other, I think made Jay actually take damage. Like, he flinched every time I said it.
I was like, I go. I just did that as if they could see it.
November 21st was the 35th anniversary of the Super Famicom and the Super Mario World. Super Famicom was the Super Nintendo in Japan.
Yeah.
The 35th anniversary of Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse on Sega Genesis. The 30th anniversary of Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest on Super Nintendo. The 20th anniversary of Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie, on DS, GameCube, PS2, Xbox, Xbox 360, and PC. And you thought some animes had long titles.
Yeah. As you see me go, oh, the movie, and you said the game. I was like,
Yeah. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. So we
That's
weren't
just-
confused.
Yeah, just call it King Kong the game.
Or
Peter
even
Jackson's King Kong the game.
Peter Jackson's King Kong.
the
You
game.
don't even have to title it
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
I'm buying this for the Wii. It ought to be a movie.
It better be a movie.
It was also the 15th anniversary of Donkey Kong Country Returns on Wii. And November 22nd was the 30th anniversary of Toy Story, the 30th anniversary of Casino, the 25th anniversary of 101 Dalmatians, the live-action remake, and the 15th anniversary of Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Dude, I saw that Toy Story turned 30, and I honestly forgot. I do have today in pop culture history. Sunday, November 16th in 1965, Trent, if you're listening, this is for you. Walt Disney launched Epcot Center, experimental prototype community of tomorrow. For those of you who don't know, Trent loves the Epcot ball. Monday, November 17th in 1968, the NBC NFL Heidi game happened. On November 17th, 1968, in a game between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets, ended with a Jets win 43-32. That happened by 7:07 p.m. You're probably thinking, Jay, I know you love football. What does this have to do with pop culture? The problem was NBC had scheduled and ran the TV movie Heidi at 7 o'clock, meaning there was still over a minute left to play, and the TV audience never got the chance to see 2 Raider touchdowns in the last 65 seconds of the game.
That is hilarious.
Brutal. And they still lost. Tuesday, November 18th in 1928, Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse first appeared in New York in Steamboat Willie. And milestone birthdays, Mike Epps turned 55. On Wednesday, November 19th, in 1916, Samuel Goldfish and Edgar Selwyn established Goldwyn Pictures. Thursday, November 20th, in 1982, Drew Barrymore, at age 7, hosted Saturday Night Live, which she was the youngest person ever to host until Rod Stewart was musical guest in 1995. That was the joke that I said might go over your head. Do you get it?
No, say it again.
He's saying Drew Barrymore, at age 7, hosted Saturday Night Live, and it was the youngest person ever to host until Rod Stewart in 1995. He sings Forever Young.
Okay.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Hey, there are people out there's a
There's
Forever
someone out
Young
there.
super fan.
Exactly.
It was like, ha! You know that one joke from Family Guy with the ostrich in the audience, and he's like, ha ha!
It's that. Our one listener. Oh. On Friday, November 21st, in 1980, we find out who shot JR. It's Maggie Simpson. Milestone birthdays. I knew that'd get you.
Oh, I don't think you've caught me that off guard since
Martha
Stewart.
or Papa's Burgeria.
Or Papa's Beareria.
Papa's Bear. To be clear, this is not the episode where he was shot. It's the episode where they legitimately found out who shot him. And I saw that and I'm like, I'm putting Maggie Simpson in here. I literally have it in my notes. I love it when I catch you off guard. Milestone birthdays are also Carly Rae Jepsen turned 40. On Saturday, November 22nd, in 1987, WGN TV Channel 9 and PBS affiliate WTDW TV Channel 11 broadcast signals were hijacked by an unknown person wearing a Max Headroom mask. The hijacker was never caught. That is all of my This Week in Pop Culture History.
In my anime news, Killed Again, Mr. Detective releases April 2026. Sakuya Otsuki is the son of legendary detective striving to follow in his father's footsteps with the help of his assistant, Lilithia. This isn't your average high school sleuth, though, because he comes back to life every time he's killed. Being a little too familiar with death and always awakening to Lilithia by his side, Sakuya is happy to take on low-risk cases. Surely investigating a movie producer's affair on a luxury cruise ship won't pose any real threat, but when the duo ends up entangled in a larger and bloodier situation, Sakuya will have to get to the bottom of the mystery or die trying. ReZero Starting Life in Another World Season 4 premieres April 2026. Sasaki and Peep Season 2 premieres in 2026. The Detective is Already Dead Season 2 premieres in July 2026. Link Click Season 3 premieres October 2026. Witch Hat Atelier premieres premieres April 2026. Now That We Draw is getting an anime adaptation. Dweeby high schooler Uhara Yuki has created the perfect romantic comedy heroine. She's bashful, airheaded, and completely chaste. I don't know how you pronounce that word. Chaste.
Chaste? I think. I don't know.
When an editor, we're doing great with these pronunciations today, man.
We're powering through.
When an editor in Uhara's dream publisher coldly dismisses his manga story as trite and lacking realism, it sends Uhara into a spiral of despair that pushes him to the path of his bubbly, gorgeous classmate, Miyamoto Nina, an aspiring manga artist herself. Having gotten the similar feedback on her own manga, Miyamoto proposes she and Uhara engage in a fake relationship, since neither of them has any romantic experience. But Miyamoto is far from the perfect heroine Uhara's concocted, and he certainly isn't the cocky hero from her story either. Can their wacky relationship turn their manga dreams into reality, or will it lead to even more comic disasters? I wonder if they're gonna fall in love.
It's anime.
Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You premieres January 8th.
What a segue. What a segue.
MF Ghost Season 3 premieres July 4th. Marika's Love Meter Malfunction is getting an anime adaptation in 2026. Confessing to my childhood friend Marika, what should I do the anime protagonist? Confessing to my childhood friend Marika was impossible for someone as unpopular as me, so I did what any desperate boy would do. I wished upon a shooting star. When I woke up, the dream had come true. I could see a love meter for people just like in a love simulation game. Once I realized this was real, not a dream, I went straight to see Marika. Her love meter was so low it had broken and practically fallen all the way to hell. If she hated me so much, why was she so nice? Is this how she really feels, or... That's the plot synopsis of the... It was written in first person for some reason, so... Kaya-chan Isn't Scary releases January 11th, and an anime adaptation of The Drops of God was announced. But that is my news for this week.
I have 4 pieces of comic book news. In DC, Lanterns has been pushed to now release at the end of summer 2026 on HBO, which means Supergirl is now the next DCU project where we're going to get it, I think, end of June. And Marvel, Daredevil Born Again, we got a new look at Daredevil in the black suit with the double D on his chest. And John Bernthal is revealed will not return as the Punisher. Avengers Secret Wars, Sadie Sink has been cast, which means now who do we think she's playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day?
I mean, if they're still doing multiverse stuff, she could be Mayday.
She could be Mayday. I do like that as her
part of the
Mayday.
plot. Part of the plot could be like he
Mayday.
gets entangled in all this bigger stuff going on because he's trying to get her home.
Yeah,
And
which
what
could
if-
lead to the symbiote stuff because it's Secret Wars.
And we know there's rumors of Tobey Maguire being in it. So what if it's Tobey Maguire's Peter's daughter, Mayday?
Ooh.
So that's how you connect that with the multiverse
She's
stuff.
got red hair because.
That's all I'm saying.
I like this. And Ryan Coogler says that Black Panther 3 is his next film. In celebrity deaths, Dan McGrath was 61, writer and story editor for The Simpsons, King of the Hill, Gravity Falls, and more. Sydney Hardiman was 25, a Beyonce fan, and went viral for her reaction to Beyonce's Coachella performance. Alice and Ellen Kessler were 89, twin sister entertainers who worked with Frank Sinatra and Fred Astaire. Dawn Little Sky was 95, pioneering Disney artist and actress. Gary Manny Moundfield was 63, the Stone Roses bassist. Spencer LaFranco was 33, star of Gotti and Angelina Jolie's Unbroken. Julio Fernandez was 78, Spanish producer and distributor known for The Nameless and The Machinist. Rebecca Heineman was 62, co-founder of Interplay Entertainment and video game developer for several titles. Branko Evanda was 83, Croatian director known for Gravitation and A Crime in School. And Paul Van Gorkum was 91, German-born Dutch voice actor. My sources this week were Deadline, Movie Insider, Collider, Variety, Empire, IndieWire, PopCulture.net, Writer of Pop, Hollywood Reporter, The Ankler, and of course Discussing Film.
My sources this week were IGN, Discussing Film, Crunchyroll, Nintendo Life, and the official sites and socials of the studios mentioned today.
And now
on to the
final
November tier list ranking of the ranking comic book villains based on how likely it is that we would become these villains.
Yes, we start off this week with Scorpion. Scorpion's origins begins with private investigator Matt Gargan being hired by J. Jonah Jameson to find out Peter Parker's secret. Instead, Jameson offers Gargan money to become the subject of a scientific experiment orchestrated by Dr. Farley Stillwell that would give him animalistic powers. The procedure granted Gargan superhuman strength and a scorpion's tail, but also caused him to lose his sanity, transforming him into the villainous Scorpion.
Would any of us hate a superhero that much? Like if he existed in real life, to be like, you know what? I'll go on your this noted superhero hater J. Jonah Jameson or whoever real life equivalent would be.
Yeah.
And let experiments be done on me.
I feel like if he wronged me, I could. But also, would I be a private investigator? Actually, I'm scared of a needle.
I'm like, I don't want to let no amount of money would we go, oh, experimental procedure? Sure.
Yeah, no, I forgot about the experimental procedure part. Should we go will not happen?
I think this is a will not happen. At least it is for me.
I'm going below Kingpin. Actually, should we go very bottom of will not happen?
Yeah, I think so.
Very bottom? Thanos. Thanos is our next one. Thanos, known as the Mad Titan, was originally an Eternal with deviant genes from the planet Titan, a moon of Saturn. He was born with dark tendencies and a physical mutation that made him different from other Eternals, eventually leading him to become a galactic warlord. His name is derived from Thanatos, the Greek personification of death.
Thanos is another one I'm also like.
I will say, I do like collecting things.
That's true.
And I do like completing.
But does that mean you're going to be more like Thanos or you're going to become the collector?
But also do I like jewelry?
That's true. Also, would either of us fall in love with death and then collect anything to prove our love for death?
It depends. Is it actual death or is it like someone who goes by death?
Well, I mean, you know, the Marvel Comics personification of death.
Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
I would. Hey, she played death, dude. What can I say?
You would collect things.
If it was Aubrey Plaza,
you would collect the Infinity Stones for Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
So is this if we're gonna go with our we're gonna cross?
I'm feeling not likely.
Put it not likely. Very bottom of not likely.
Very below Loki, not likely.
I think so.
Yeah, below Loki. Two-Face. I don't think we need to know the origin for this. He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer. He's either corrupt or he's
happens.
not. He usually has a strong sense of what his justice is.
Yeah.
But he cracks under the pressure and is scarred, and he gets a second personality from that.
Let's start with passing the bar. Can any of us pass the bar?
Jay, I feel like if you really tried.
If it was about something other
if you
than
really
law,
if you really like you're not interested in it. But
if I were, I feel like I could.
You could have, yeah. I don't think I could have because
I'll be like Nick, where like I can pass the bar just to say that I did and then not worry about it. But here's the thing: I can also hold a grudge, like no one's business. So would I use just? Would I like leave it flip a coin? Here's the thing: chances stress me out. This is just this is my therapy session now. So chances stress me out. Therefore, if I were to become a lawyer but then leave everything to chance, I would not do that. Does that make any sense?
yes, I'm thinking could go either way.
Could go either way. Low could go either way, or like
Low could go either way because also even ignoring the lawyer part.
that is true. That is true. That is true. Above Brainiac or like
Maybe.
Green Goblin?
Yeah, put it right there.
Right there. After because Rhino would be Vandal Savage. Now I'm gonna need to know his origin.
So Vandal Savage is usually he's an immortal supervillain. He's from like prehistoric age, and a meteor crash lands, and he suddenly gets like super intelligence,
the world's first metahuman,
and immortality. And he's usually like pulling the strings behind something. He's kind of Kingpin kind of character. He's like Kingpin meets. I wouldn't
Caveman. Just kidding.
He kind of like I don't really know how to fully describe him. He's kind of his own thing. Kind of like can be compared to other crime lords, but he's also immortal and has super kind of Gorilla Grodd-esque.
Yeah.
Which is that's the same universe, but I'm trying to think of like a mastermind that can pull the strings behind everything. He's been around for a long time. Yeah. There's even timelines where you find out certain specific dictators in history were him.
If we go by that logic, we have both Kingpin and Penguin down here and will not happen.
Yeah, not likely. Only because
not likely or like will not happen.
Will not happen. Only because when is a meteor going to like land and give us super intel? Is there any chance of either of us getting super intelligence and living forever?
What do you mean getting?
Jay, I love you.
I'm super dumb. I put it below Kingpin. Venom. This could also be a thing where it's like chance. Will we have the ability for an alien?
Because we're going more for Eddie Brock's backstory, right, than Venom's. Because Venom, we're obviously we're not going to be from outer space or anything. Although Jay's, it's still on the table. But
Killer Croc, Riddler, we could become from outer space. Thanos.
So
Lady Death.
So now you're just saying names. Thanos, Lady Death, Deathstrike.
Where's Deathstroke?
No, not Deathstroke. Lady Deathstrike.
Lady Death. That's right. Long fingernails. Okay.
I thought you were going to go for like another obscure character, like MODOK.
I learned that from Conan. he goes. Okay.
Anyway.
Venom.
Okay. Would we have a grudge against somebody enough that when given the ability to just...
Who we're friends with.
Yeah, who we're friends with. We get mad at somebody because they keep getting picked ahead of us, and so then that grudge is amplified when we get the Venom symbiote, and we just kind of go crazy. Or do we want to go for movie Venom, where it's just like we're kind of morally gray, and having a symbiote that wants to eat people doesn't make it any better.
Would I, if I were Eddie Brock and Trey were Peter Parker? Just kidding.
Trey's been catching the strays with these backstories.
Trey, we love you. He hasn't told me anything about him. Okay. I feel like, do I want to rip someone's head off at some point? Yes. Do I also love chocolate? Yes.
Are you saying you're Eddie or you're the symbiote?
But yes. Just kidding.
Do we want to put this in could go either way?
I think could go. I think high could go either way.
High could go either way.
I'm gonna go below Clayface.
I'm more Lethal Avenger Venom.
Agent Venom kind of.
Yeah, Agent Venom kind of like.
I feel like
anti-hero Venom, not super villain Venom.
I feel like Tom Hardy Venom would be like a good me arguing with myself.
Yeah.
Welcome to my therapy sessions. Okay. Vulture. Okay. Vulture's our last one. Agent Toombs was a failed electronics engineer who developed a flying harness and became a criminal after being cheated out of his business and money by his partner. A lot of these are about grudges.
Yeah. Neither of us are engineers, though. So even if we got wronged by a business partner, what's going to be left is half a podcast that we can't do anything with.
And some Let's Plays in the bank. Here's the thing.
I am Podcasto.
I'm what did I just do?
Scourge of the city.
Scourge of the webs. I had a dream one time where I keep going. What'd you say?
I was going to say that's just this. What's her name? Speedball? Well, no, not.
From Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Screwball.
Yeah.
It is Screwball. I had a dream one time where I was at school. This is middle school time, and I was at school. I'm not gonna say it was school, obviously, but I had a dream where we were doing cross country, and I had a jacket on, and it was a very windy day, and I would run along the cross country track, take the corners of my jacket, like the two zipper parts, hold them open, and then that would pick me up in the air, and I would fly above Killer Croc.
Because of a dream.
Because of a dream. Because of a dream.
I'm going to go with low, not likely.
Low, not likely? Yeah, because we're both not engineers. Where should we put it? Above Thanos?
Yeah.
Above Loki? No,
Yeah.
Above Loki.
Above Loki, I think.
What about Doc Ock right here?
Yeah, there we go.
And this is it for part one, probably.
Probably. We might bring this back,
yeah. Of our tier list of comic book villains, if we had a chance to turn into them, absolutely will happen one day. Look out, because I'm going to become Killer Croc, and some people will become Riddler by the end of our lives. Beware. I will change my name to Jalen Jones.
I want to point out that not the Batman Riddler. I will most likely be more like Jim Carrey's Riddler.
We're not talking about the Redditor. Redditor.
The Redditler.
Redditor.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Likely will be Electro, Mr. Freeze, Joker, and Sandman. Could go either way as Clayface, Venom, Rhino, Two-Face, Green Goblin, and Brainiac. Not likely are Black Manta, Lex Luthor, Dr. Octopus, Vulture, Loki, and Thanos. And will not happen are Penguin, Kingpin, Vandal Savage, Doctor Doom, Poison Ivy, and Scorpion.
So what we're saying is we're incapable of organized crime.
Yeah, we're going to become... you might be. Kind of Riddler.
Yeah.
I'm going to become a serial killer. Let's be honest. Alleged.
The worst part of Arkham Asylum.
I'll swim in the sewers. It's fine. Okay.
Darkhawk.
Here's what we're dead. Oh, Conan, what have you done to me? Okay. And that is all for for this November episode.
On that note, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those interactive things. Be sure to follow the podcast on most social medias at Mondays for Nerd. Follow me on most social medias at Sir Stumpslot or Sir Stumpslot17.
Follow me at PolarPanda001 or Chris M. Pratt Fan, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes.
We will be back with one heck of a December.
Yes.
So even if there's not a lot of news, we'll come up with fun stuff to do if there isn't.
Exactly. We got stuff in the barrel.
And we'll see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.